Hey Ghosties, I'm Harley.
And I'm Kandis.
And this is Haunted Through the Ages. Kandis is singing again.
I'm all itchy.
You're itchy too?
You're
a hot mess.
I am.
You are so hot.
Stop. Literally.
That's how we started the last one too.
So hot.
Somebody being a hot mess.
I mean, if you're going to be something, be hot. It's been a week.
Yeah.
I don't like this week. I want it to be done.
Yeah. It's been a rough week.
Work sucks. Stupid Greg. His cousin was in yesterday, and I said something about him having jury duty. He's like, I have jury duty. He's been texting me all day. And I'm like, this motherfucker.
He's like, unless they're allowing phones in the courtroom. Like,
which, you know what? He was also texting me because we were discussing work situations, and I was just like, you know what? He's been texting me too.
Well, son of a bitch.
This motherfucker.
That's funny. Sounds like jury duty ended.
Like, I've watched Pauly Shore. I know how to extend jury duty. I'm sorry, I'm fidgety over here.
Him. You won't stop moving.
No, because I'm trying to roll my sweatpants, but then they got too short and too much leg was exposed. So then I wanted to unroll them, but then they were too long. Like,
what is the matter with you today?
You know what? I did not sleep good. Again, I'm in the in-between.
Same.
It is rough.
I'm tired. I did not want to wake up.
Same.
I said this was too short of a sleep for me.
I tapped on my phone and it was dead. I'm like, you know what? Be dead. I don't care. Be dead.
Because I was, up at work all night.
Oh,
and then I looked at my phone and I'm like, I have to finish my research though, and I have things to do. I have to clean.
You worked
before I go
twice
back
yesterday.
To
we just say that? She worked twice yesterday.
And I have to be back tonight, so try to find time to sleep before then. Probably, I'm not going to. We'll pretend like I will.
So overrated.
Who needs sleep to function? It's fine. I've also I can't.
Okay, let's choose words. That's the dyslexia, huh? That's your dyslexic. Not making fun of people that have dyslexia, just making fun of Doug.
I don't even know what I was going to... Oh, I also have not had caffeine in days.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing.
Are you well?
No. I haven't slept. I've had 0 caffeine. I've been really good about it.
On purpose?
Yeah.
This is a life choice. You know what? For people's safety, I need caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going well. My head's been pounding for days.
That's addiction coming through.
Yeah. But
Love a good addiction.
I'm struggling today. I'm not a hot mess. I am struggle busting right now.
Your eyes look barely open.
They are. It's taking like everything I have in me to function right now, which says a lot about how much I probably don't need the caffeine.
Well, I offer you candy, but I left my bag at work.
Oh, no.
I'm without. I had to get my Laffy Taffies.
Oh, yeah. Is that what you got?
I think it's just, there's something in the air. I don't know. I just feel like a bloated mess.
Mm-hmm. Sorry to be such downers.
You know what? But we're real. Like, everybody goes through this, but nobody wants to ever talk about it. So you just push it aside.
Yeah. But I don't think I feel like we've talked a lot this week. Either we haven't had much to talk about or everything we have, we've covered.
There really hasn't been much going on. Just because, for me, I was just so busy.
Can we talk about what I texted you last night with that book?
Oh, goodness. Oh, out of nowhere from the darkness.
So Candace had me listen to this audiobook. We were going back and forth on unhinged shit we were reading in our books, and she mentioned one.
That it's taken me
I'm like-
5 days to listen to, and not because I keep quitting. It's just, you know, like I just want to, I'll rewind it because somebody will come up and talk to me through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, ooh, I know that was a good part. Let me rewind it because something else happened afterwards. So it was 68 chapters, I think.
Yeah, it was like 18 something hours. I think almost 19 hours.
Yeah, so it was a long, and I only listen to it when I'm at work.
Yeah.
So
I still have like 15 hours to go.
yeah, that's like 3 days still.
Yeah. So you said there was some shit that happened. I said that sounds like my kind of book.
It was.
I completely zoned out. I'm just like focused on work, not even listening. And then all of a sudden I hear, I won't say it on here for the public, but it was very sexual.
There was some stuff happening.
And it was very just descriptive. And all of a sudden I came back into my brain from just zoning out on work. Came back in and I hear this and I'm like, when did they start doing that? And then going back to re-listen.
I told you, and they're complete strangers. Like, he's homeless, and she's like, "You're so hot. Like, I need to be with a homeless guy."
Under the bridge at that point, and this is happening. So I went back and re-listened because I didn't know how they ended up there. I didn't know it started. I'm like, whoa. Everybody settle down. So I had to go back. And then as I'm listening, I'm like waiting to hear that part. And I'm waiting. And I'm like, that's like 20 minutes into the damn scene. I missed it was in my ear the whole time.
It's so fast.
Totally missed it.
And when I first heard that, I had to listen to, I think I re-listened to that whole up to that chapter twice because I was like, wait a minute, like I really need to figure out what's happening. And I'm like, in my brain, I'm thinking to myself, like, girl, you don't know how clean this man is.
The book jumped around a lot in the beginning. Like, I feel like I'm struggling to like keep up with what's going on.
It goes super duper fast.
It does. Yeah.
And even at the end, they age so quickly. And I'm like, oh my God, she's already this old? Oh my God. What? Where are you living now?
My God. Yeah. It's a journey. I'll tell you that.
It's a fun journey.
If anyone else wants to read the book.
But I'm telling you, like, I'm so glad I listened to my headphones. But at the same time, I'm thinking, does anybody else hear what I'm hearing right now? Because my face is red.
I do that all the time.
Like, did anybody else hear that? Because this is so inappropriate.
Especially during that, I'll reach up and like get under it's hidden under my hair. I'll like pop it out and listen. I'm like, okay, it's just coming from my headphone, not my phone, and pop it back in. And if anyone walks by me, I immediately like reach my back pocket and I'm like turn it all the way down because if something plays, oh my God, what if they hear it? Nobody can fucking hear it.
But can we also say how offended you made Dave?
What did I say that offended Dave?
No, it didn't offend him. I'm sure it didn't. Dave, with his wonderful sense of humor.
It could have been fucking anything.
Because you immediately pause your earbud when somebody approaches you.
I do. If it's somebody that knows I have it in there, I'll reach up and I'll pause it or take it out just because I don't talk with it in because it distracts me and I just don't like doing that to people.
I feel like I get super loud because like I have to talk over the voices in my head.
Even if it's paused, I'm still loud because it's still muffling a little bit. So I just take it out. If somebody doesn't know I have it, I just turn it all the way down to my back pocket where they don't notice. But so he saw me pause it and he's like, oh, okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm like, what the fuck? I was being polite. You came to talk to me. Let me remove it so we can have a conversation, so you asshole.
He's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
I love the tag out system he does. Like as soon as he sees somebody else come up, he's like, out.
The other day he did it to you again.
At one time it was Logan. Oh, here's Logan. And he just disappeared. Wait, but I wanted to still talk to you too.
And then he did it to me with you. We were mid-conversation. I was mid-sentence as you walked up. He's like, oh, look, Candace. Bye.
No, bye. Just walked away.
Okay. Hi. It's in the middle of a fucking conversation. That's rude.
So funny. But what's the name of the book anyway? I forget.
It is called No Tomorrow by, I think it's Carrion Cole. Carian Cole. If anyone wants to listen to it.
Great dirty book.
Yeah, I still have 16 hours and 4 minutes left.
Telling you, it's a long book. And I don't know if the
long.
chapters are just short because it's like next chapter, real quick with
I'm
the
on
chapters.
chapter
but
6.
I think I want to say it was
no,
like
they're long
68.
chapters.
Maybe 50 something. I don't know. And it was forever. Ow, I just hit myself.
Yeah, she's got other ones on here, but this one until I think the 16th was free on Audible. It's on a little free thing before you have to pay for it again. So there are so many fucking books I need to read. My Kindle wish list has just been growing and growing because I'll look it up. Like I'll go to like Bookstagram and find the girls who will post about like the unhinged dark romances and be like, all right, what do you guys have for me today? What am I adding to my list?
I just kind of stumbled on it. Cause like I finished my, cause I listened to the biography of something, I don't know. And then it gives you like with, audiobook, what is it?
Audible?
Audible, thank you. I always mess that word up.
Audiobook?
The audio, I mean, what it is. With Audible, it'll play previews of something that you might be interested in, which I don't know how they went from listening to Matthew Perry to you probably like smut. So here, let's
They know your history, okay?
So here's something else you'd like. And then they'll play like little snips of it. And so I'll go through like 30 books while it's because I just haven't gotten to my phone to switch anything. So it's just going to continuously play and give me the next book and give me the next book. And then I stopped at them like, whoa, I might want to hear this one. Hang on. Had to run over to my phone real quick. Like, what is it?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, what else am I
And it was a
right
free
now?
one, so that's why it was like even better because I don't want to have to use
Right.
one of my credits on it if I don't like it.
Exactly. Are you reading anything else right now?
Well, I'm kind of listening to this Lauren Graham book, something about screaming or loud, talking as fast as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not loving it right now.
No?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's just, I'm sure it'll get better into it, but just the way that it's, the flow of it, it's just, I don't know. It's not fun for me, but I'm sure it'll get better because it's a good seller. So I'm just, I think I just I need more dark romance. That one was so good on, and then I flip over to Lauren Graham. Like, this is just.
Well, speaking of, let me show you my Kindle page right now, my library, and also my recommended for you. It goes from my unhinged, dark, smutty romance.
Are those kid books?
Yeah. Yeah, Bubba and I are working our way through the Magic Tree House series right now, which I don't know why this is on Kindle.
We're like super dark and dirty too. Here's this magic school bus.
Magic Tree House.
Whatever, same thing.
Yeah, we're working our way through that series. We're on book 7, I think. But I've never gotten them on Kindle. My mom ordered them on her Amazon, and she bought the entire like 2-pack series. So I don't know why it's showing up on mine, but that says.
Well, I share mine with my girls, so when I see the things, and I'm like, "Ooh, I didn't know this. Where'd this one come?" Then it makes me feel a little like, kind of weird. Like, oh my god, my kids are listening to this. But is it good? Hang on, let me look.
Yeah, on KU, I'm reading The Ritual. It's the one in the middle. I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
It's either Chantal Tessier or Tessier. I don't know.
I feel like that's probably, and you and Rhiannon may have talked about it at some point because I know she gets, book ideas from you, Dirty. It might even be in my KU, but I don't know.
It might be. Yeah, Rhiannon, I have not read that book you recommended yet, but I will. It's a mafia, and I wasn't in a mafia mental state. Well,
yeah, and plus, you only have a certain amount of time before with the free Audible.
Audible.
I cannot with that word. My tongue is like, no, good luck.
But like, I have to be like feeling whatever I'm reading. I'm a very emotional reader.
No, I get it.
So, and that one, it does look really good, and I am going to read it, but it's mafia, and I'm like, I'm not feeling mafia right now. I'm feeling
one
of those like dark, unhinged.
Pull my hair.
like another like H.D. Carlton kind of book, maybe.
Take a
like
slice
something
to your
like
butt
that.
cheek.
Did you ever read that other H.D. Carlton one I told you to read?
I don't know.
You didn't then. You would have had something to say.
I don't remember.
I think it's Does It Hurt? You need to read that one. There's a lot of aspects to that book, and I think you'd like it, especially towards the end. There's like a very like
the good girl effect.
Ooh, the good. What's that?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what
I have Good Girl.
My kids
read it yet,
have. Yeah.
Or are you looking at the one your kids get?
Yeah. Though Haunting Adeline, I think, was me.
Yeah.
It's just not my. You know what? It went from good to now it's just annoying. And I just want to finish it just because I'm invested. So I finished it, and it just didn't do for me what it did for other readers.
The first one was great.
The first one was great.
I loved the first
one.
And
it just went downhill after that. Like
it got weird.
And he got all like super sensitive and all emo and emotional. Oh my God, like, shut up.
And I feel like she went from this like little sweet recluse writer to what she became. Right. I'm like, okay, but there's no reasoning behind it. I feel like there were so many aspects, and you and I talked about this. Like, there are other books I've read where the girl also does those things, but it shows you her history. It shows you who she already was or what triggered this inside of her. Where, like, it makes sense. For this one, I'm just like, what the fuck happened? Like, it didn't line up for me. I just wasn't feeling it.
It was like almost two completely different books.
It really was.
They did not mesh well.
No. And then when it went outside of what was happening between him just like stalking her and their whole situation to now these other situations are involved. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? The first one is great, though. I would reread the first one. It was a really good story, but I just didn't feel the second.
Wasn't for me, too.
But speaking of Rhiannon, this episode I have today is actually based off of something she had asked me about. And I said, you know what? This is actually, I don't even remember what it was that she asked me about. And I'm like, I've actually been looking into this. That's, has to do with it. So maybe I'll do an episode. And that was a while ago, but I got around to it. So,
Hi. All right.
Are you
what do you
ready?
got for us? Yeah.
So today, so excited for this one. We're just doing a deep dive into the Warrens today.
I love this. We were literally just talking about this the other day.
And I couldn't tell you anything, and it about killed me.
Nice. I'm so glad that
I almost said, oh my God, I'm doing my episode on them. Because you were making comments, and I'm like...
about how great it's going to be and how much I want to learn about them. Well, her more than him, because like I said, he was pretty much useless.
And I wanted to say, oh my God, wait till I tell you everything. And I couldn't. And I just had to stand there like an idiot and be like...
You did, too. Uh-huh. You literally had this dumbfounded look on your face. Like, yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah. Right. I almost said, like...
should find somebody to do that.
Don't look into them, because I
I'm not. You know I'm not.
I wanted to be like, don't start any research, because I did mine. They're part of mine. So, and we're covering everything today. The scandal, the controversy, all of it. So, Edward Warren Miney was born September 7th, 1926, and Ed was a self-taught and self-professed demonologist, author, lecturer, and artist. And Lorraine Rita Moran, I think it's Moran, was born January 31st, 1927, and she was a self-professed clairvoyant and a light trance medium. And together they became a super couple in the paranormal world as paranormal investigators and authors. They're associated with prominent cases of alleged hauntings, and they claim to have investigated more than 10,000 paranormal events.
That's got to trigger somebody just to... That's some fucked up shit. I'm just saying.
These are some crazy people. I'm going to tell you right now.
Just being able to sleep at night alone, and that's the kind of job that you go to work and then you can come home like everything's normal. Like, hey, honey, how was your day?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, I think we're going to find out as we go through. Sure. It's going to be less about the paranormal aspect and more about a moral aspect.
Yeah.
So most people know Ed and Lorraine from popular movies like the Conjuring franchise, Annabelle, Amityville, all the big ones. among others, but they were a very real couple. In the movies, they come across as intelligent and kind people who work tirelessly to save the lives and homes of tortured families desperate for help. However, that was not the case in reality. They're a very controversial couple, and those in the paranormal world are pretty split on their opinions of them. And this is for several reasons that we'll get into, but one of the main reasons being that while they reportedly never charged clients for their paranormal work, they did make a profit through writing books, making public appearances, and selling the rights to their stories for film and television productions, which we'll see through the story financially worked out very well for them. So both Ed and Lorraine were raised in Catholic families in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and in 1944, the teenagers met at a local movie theater where Ed worked, and Lorraine was known to spend a lot of time here with her mother. As a teenager, Lorraine was already very familiar with her trance medium abilities, and she claims that she was only 9 years old when she began to see auras around people and learned that she could predict the future.
Oh, shit.
And at first, she thought this was just normal and everyone could do this, but she later learned that she was obviously gifted. When Ed was a child, he had his fair share of paranormal experiences, and he claims to have once witnessed a flicker of light transform into the apparition of his family's deceased landlady. And he also claimed to have other random experiences, like doors opening on their own and stuff.
Could you just, being a child and having those, those abilities, terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'd be afraid
hearing
now.
some voices happening. Like, I mean, I get the imaginary friend situation, but that takes it to a whole new level.
You're fucking telling me. I'm still dealing with Michael. Michael's the main one, and then Potato and Rainbow Hand, or they pop up occasionally. But
imagine it's actually real. Like,
you know what? Let's not, because this boy will do a full conversation out of his own mouth, but two sides of it.
And don't interrupt. I'm not talking to you.
He gets so mad at me because he'll just be going and going and going. And so I'm not paying attention at that point. I'm zoned out. I'm not listening anymore. And then all of a sudden he'll be like, Mom, I'm talking to you. You were just talking to Michael for 15 minutes. You need to specify and come up to me and say, Mom, I need to tell you something now.
It's your turn. Or
he'll just start talking in the back seat. And I'm like, what, baby? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Michael. For fuck's sake. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I love
anymore. Even my mom, she's like, when is this phase going to end? Because, oh my God.
It's scary. Like, it's super.
You know what?
Scary. Listen, I've seen Paranormal Activity where the little girl had that imaginary friend in that freaking door.
But this one doesn't scare me. There are other times he scared me, like in the middle of the night when he's woken up in my bed and asked, who's that lady in the corner?
Shut up.
And I said, you better shut the fuck up. Or you're going to go. I didn't really say that.
No, of course not.
Or you're going to go find out.
But those are definitely the thoughts that were running through your head.
What does she look like? And then this just happened a couple weeks ago. He was scared. He woke up in the middle of the night again and was scared because he could see out of the bedroom down the hall. And he said there was like a tall shadow.
Mm-mm.
I said, the fuck no. There is? Mm-mm. You better take your ass back to bed.
Mm-mm.
And like roll this way and just like cuddle and go to sleep now. Go to sleep.
Okay,
I'm not looking in that fucking hallway.
Cover up with the blanket because that's what we're going to do.
We're going to pretend you never said that.
Here's some night-night juice.
I don't know where it comes from because I don't feel anything.
No. I mean,
there has been...
Again, movies are also a triggering. Could have had a dream of something that he'd watched and it's... Or...
There has been one time... Well, two.
And maybe it's just with him. Like certain people just have that ability about them and you may not feel it or or see anything or even hear anything, but
that's crazy.
Some people are a little bit more sensitive to seeing women at the end of your bed.
She was in the corner, not the end of the bed. Don't make it worse.
That's probably where she went.
Fuck you.
She stepped back.
Don't start with me. Don't you start with me. You're going to regret this when I'm calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning, afraid.
I told you not to buy that thing from that haunted museum.
And fair enough. Yeah, you're right.
You touched the dead head.
I was the one that touched the remains. I guess I get what I've got coming to me, right? All right.
Okay.
So, despite Ed's interest in the paranormal and obvious ability, he tried to ignore it and followed a more traditional career path. He enrolled in the Navy at only 17, and while serving abroad in World War II, Ed's ship sank, and he was given a 30-day survivor's leave. During the short break, Ed and Lorraine were married, and you're like, oh,
that was nice
30
of them.
days, how could I?
That was so nice of them. Like, you know, because you survived that, here's 30 days.
I saw the face you made. You're like, what the fuck?
Thank you.
So during the short break, Ed and Lorraine were married in January of 1946. And they later had a daughter named Judy in 1951. After his service, Ed enrolled in art school as he believed he'd pursue an art career after the war. He eventually learned to mesh his talent with art with his talent in the paranormal world. And he began to create the paranormal entities he'd seen as a child with his art. And this really pushed him to get more involved in the paranormal with Lorraine by his side. However, it was the 1950s when that started, and being a much more taboo topic than it is now, Ed and Lorraine had to get really creative about how they would land their first cases. And this is really where we start to see they might be up to some shit. So what he started doing was painting scenes of houses throughout New England that he believed were haunted. I don't know if he just looked at them and said, yeah, that one looks about right, and would
That's very weird.
paint them. So then he and Lorraine would approach the homeowner, use the painting as a conversation starter, and get the owner to invite them inside where they can investigate claims of paranormal activity, often recommending seances and other services. Sounds like an upsell to me.
Yeah, but he's bringing this shit in. Like, he's asking for trouble at this point. As soon as you say seance, you're like, all right, bro.
Yeah. And we're going to hear about some other ones as well. So, as they continued their work over the next 5 years, their reputation as respected paranormal investigators grew. And during this time, Ed became more and more interested in demonology, and he once stated that he entered the field to learn about others' supernatural experiences and find commonality between them and his own. Sounds normal. I get that.
Crazy person.
And Ed would eventually become only one of 7 recognized demonologists in the nation, and the only non-clergy demonologist working at the time. So he, like we said, self-proclaimed demonologist, where others have gone through the Catholic Church.
Okay.
And had the training to do so, and he just said,
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm one now.
Me too.
Okay. It's like a surgeon just coming in and being like, I've played Operation. Let's get started. I've seen Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, that sounds like all of my career paths, you know. I YouTubed how to change brakes. I changed my own brakes. Dream and I out there doing brakes. Some dude came over and asked, do you guys need help? No, go away with your fucking dick swinging. We don't need you. Bye.
Like, I'm a mechanic.
Excuse me. I'm literally a mechanic now.
I've been to Bell Tire, okay?
I've seen some
I've been there once. I know what I'm doing.
I dropped my whole bumper to change a headlight. Like, I got this. Like, I'm definitely, and you know, like I'm a mechanic. I'm an electrician.
Mm-hmm.
I fixed my furnace. I replaced my dishwasher.
You should be getting paid for HVAC at this point.
I mean, seriously, I'm literally all of these things. Well, like the Barbie movie, how Barbie is everything. I'm Barbie.
Well, Ed was also Barbie.
Okay, come on, Ed.
With demons.
No, I don't want to play with them.
So, being, this demonologist earned him great respect in the paranormal community. But during all of this, Lorraine was really just along for the ride. She remained surprisingly skeptical of ghosts and hauntings, even while accompanying Ed on investigations. Because unlike Ed, despite her obvious abilities, Lorraine didn't have any actual first-hand paranormal experience, and she just wasn't really into it.
I don't blame her. This bitch been hearing things for years.
Honestly, she
And
probably
singing.
blocked it out.
Mm.
It's like, I don't know. I don't believe it. I'm good.
No, I don't see that person with half of a skull standing next to me. It's fine. It's all fine.
However, she would eventually get on board when she began to notice that the stories they heard about hauntings, no matter where they traveled, often shared similar details. So with Lorraine fully on board now, the Warrens set out to legitimize their business and find more clients. And boy, did they.
Ugh.
In order to make that happen, they established the New England Society for Psychic Research, also known as NESPR, in 1952. Appearing as a research institution, the organization gave them academic credibility, and apparently it worked because the NESPR continues to operate today.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Still going on. Now, the couple was really jumping onto the spiritualism train at the time. And if you recall from your Lincoln Ghost Train episode, and also from the White House episode, spiritualism skyrockets at times of war because of families searching desperately for answers about loved ones. Granted, your episode, we talked about the Civil War, but post-World War II saw the exact same thing happen. Post-war America witnessed a surge in interest in the occult, and they definitely saw an opportunity. Wicca made its first public introduction in England in 1954, echoing the U.S., where even the government dabbled in the paranormal. In a bizarre 1952 experiment, the U.S. Army partnered with Duke University to investigate psychic abilities in dogs. Which,
wow.
I would love to know how.
Well, I mean...
Like, how did that experiment go? What did you do?
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting, but at the same time, you know, animals are more sensitive to stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Even the cats, like, just staring up into the corner. I'm trying to get down on their level. Like, what the hell do you see that I don't?
I try to convince myself it's like a bug or something.
Definitely a bug. It's always
something
a bug.
flying up there. I don't know.
It's always a bug. But then when it goes like this, and they jolt to the right, I'm like, wow, that's fine. It's just a neighbor.
I was just about to say, when you hear noises, that's the worst, when I think I hear something, but I convince myself I don't, and then it happens again, and then the cat looks, and I'm like, oh, fuck. You heard that shit too, didn't you? Oh, no.
You actually saw some shit.
I tried to convince myself I was hearing things, but apparently you did too.
Thanks.
So, fueled by America's growing fascination with the supernatural and their own rising fame, the Warrens were poised for a breakthrough case. That case would come nearly 2 decades later in 1970 when the investigators met a possessed Raggedy Ann doll named Annabelle.
Son of... You know what? And let me just tell you, I didn't know that it was a fucking Raggedy Ann doll. They convinced me that it actually was like a baby doll with braids.
No.
Because then I asked you, I'm like, why do they just in search for this stupid Raggedy Ann doll?
I'm like,
that's literally Annabelle. What? This whole time I'm terrified of her freaking doll, not Raggedy Ann.
Meanwhile, every child in America had a fucking Raggedy Ann doll at that time.
I did. Raggedy Ann and Andy. Nope, gotta go. I'm telling you, Matt's in his nostalgic phase right now, so he's ordering all of these 80s toys that he used to have growing up and playing with. Like, brought in some garbage pail cards, you know, for some person at work. The A-Team, he's got Mr. T, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, he's literally in his... If this fucker brings in a Raggedy Ann doll, immediately he's moving out and he's taking his doll.
You know what would be worse? A Furby.
Dream had a Furby. That little fucker would just go off talking.
I had one, and it would, in the middle of the night, would just go off and start talking.
I pulled batteries out, and this thing would still fucking blink.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like, all right, you're dead.
I actually have that on my list because people believe they're like listening devices or demonic, and I'm like,
I witnessed it. Like, no, you don't have batteries in. How are you blinking?
It's on my list to look into because there was something with them and they were so popular. They got them in every fucking house in America.
I searched deep and well for this stupid thing. for her to
Can't
play
find
with a month, and then she was afraid of it. Like, no, we're done.
It was creepy when it would just go off in the middle of the night, and I'm like, what?
I have the little Grogu doll that does that. Like,
what?
His name is Grogu. It's from Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Like Baby Yoda.
Oh, okay.
But the kids are terrified of it. When Brandon brings the babies over, I'll plug it in immediately. No.
I don't blame them.
And all it does is blink, and it makes this cute little noise, and his ears go up and down, and they're like, no. No, you're not supposed to do that. I just got baby boy able to play with this dancing Christmas bunny from the Christmas movie. What the hell Christmas movie was that with Ralphie?
A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh, the bunny. Okay, like the bunny.
Yeah,
pajamas.
yeah, and the thing just kind of dances. It goes back and forth on the floor, and it's Jennifer got it for me. So she's like, it was like a cute little gift, and I think it's cute as hell because I dressed up last year as him.
That's funny.
Yeah, I still have my pajama costume. So, but I just got baby boy okay with it. Like I make him dance with him to make it fun and everything, and he doesn't trust it. No, won't take his eyes. Like you got to squeeze the hand. So literally, he squats down as far away as he could possibly be and stretches his arm when a tiny little fingers just to pinch his hand, and he turns his head away, and he's like,
"Oh my god!"
Squeeze the hand, and then he takes off running and starts dancing. It's not coming for you, I promise.
Not that you know.
I don't know now.
It might be. So, as we go through this, I am going to cover the most famous cases that the Warrens were a part of, but I have no doubt we'll cover all of these in depth in the future. So I'm not going to go into like deep dive anything. I'm just giving like a brief description so we can talk about them later.
Well, yeah, because we have to have that window open.
Yeah, but we need to know at least the main backstory to show how they're involved. So Annabelle was gifted to a young nurse named Donna by her mother. And shortly after bringing the doll to their apartment, Donna and her roommate Angie began noticing that the doll was up to some shit, I won't say what. And seeking answers, the young woman sought the help of a medium who told them that the doll was possessed by a benevolent 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins. However, when Ed and Lorraine Warren were called to investigate, they disagreed that the spirit was benevolent. They determined that the best course of action was to bless the residents and remove the doll from Donna's possession. Annabelle, as the doll has since been named, undoubtedly became the most famous artifact in the Warrens' home-turned-occult museum. So if she wasn't benevolent, but they thought it best to take her, that sounds a little sketchy. They're like, don't you worry, honey. We'll just take this.
We're just
going
to remove the doll. It's fine.
And have people come see it.
So I don't know if you're going to touch on it or not, but from your Robert episode and then watching the documentary, they were not involved with Robert at all, the Warrens. Were they not?
No.
Okay.
There's no mention of it here, and when I did Robert, I didn't see anything.
I didn't think so. No. I just the doll.
Yeah, I believe it went straight from that last woman who owned him to the museum and the keys.
Okay.
So for decades after the supposed possession, no one was allowed to touch the doll except for the Warrens out of fear that Annabelle's spirit would transfer to someone else. And for this not being a benevolent spirit...
Still not benevolent, huh?
Sounds sketchy. She's now stored in a holy box alongside a piece of paper that reads, "Warning, positively do not open."
But it's not benevolent.
No.
But
let's keep her locked in a holy case so the arms of Jesus just won't let her out.
With caution tape.
That makes sense. However, in the years following the Annabelle case, many people have found holes in the Warrens' story. Besides the doll itself, there is no evidence to legitimize the Annabelle case. Additionally, the Annabelle story bears an uncanny resemblance to a 1963 Twilight Zone episode titled Living Doll, which featured a sentient doll and a character named Annabelle. So the following year, in 1971, the Warrens headed to Harrisville, Rhode Island, where they met the Perron family, who we all know from The Conjuring. When the family began to experience things in the home, Carolyn, the mother, urged Ed and Lorraine to make multiple trips to investigate the farmhouse hauntings. The Warrens claimed that a member of their research team had experiences, including seeing a misty figure of a woman, unexplained noises, and other phenomena. Searching for answers on her own, Carolyn began talking to locals and trying to piece together the history of the home and the land. And again, I'll just give a little brief description. I'm not going super into it, so don't worry. In her research, Carolyn came across a woman named Bathsheba Sherman, who had a very dark reputation. Locals believed Bathsheba was a witch who practiced dark arts and worshipped the devil, which could have led to the hauntings the parents were experiencing. And when Lorraine Warren talked to Carolyn and got all the dirt, she fucking devoured it. She just, okay, yep, I believe all your information and this is what we're running with. Mm. From then on, the presence haunting in the Perrin home was referred to as Bathsheba. And according to Andrea Perrin, who's one of the family's daughters who's remained very outspoken about her family's experiences, as part of their services, Lorraine led a bizarre seance in which Carolyn was supposedly possessed by Bathsheba and spoke in tongues until her husband Roger put an end to it. Andrea Perrin claims that as a child, she secretly witnessed the seance and told a reporter, quote, "I thought I was going to pass out. My mother began to speak a language not of this world in a voice not her own. Her chair levitated and she was thrown across the room," end quote. And in the movie, the haunting culminates with Ed performing an exorcism on Carolyn as she was already possessed. But in real life, it was a seance.
Right, because is he qualified to do exorcisms?
Well, he's a self-proclaimed demonologist.
You're right. That's my mistake.
It sounds like he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? He manifested that shit, and he is what he is.
He sure did.
Yeah, I can do this. It can't be that hard. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Right. But according to Andrea Perrin, the scene in the movie is based on truth when it depicted what actually happened to her mom. So seeing his wife go through this torture, Robert was pissed. And he did actually kick the Warrens out of the house, worried about his wife's mental stability and physical well-being. According to Andrea, the family continued to live in the house due to financial instability until they were able to move in 1980, at which point the spirits were silenced and the haunting ceased. However, today, some people may disagree as it's been a popular ghost hunting spot. Then in 1975, Ed and Lorraine became involved in the infamous Amityville Horror case, in which New York couple George and Kathy Lutz claimed that their house was haunted by a violent demonic presence so intense that it eventually drove them out of their home. Now, jumping back a year, on November 13th, 1974, 23-year-old Robert DeFeo Jr. brutally murdered his entire family, including his parents and 4 siblings inside the house. Just 3 months after the vicious murders, the house was sold for just $80,000 to George and Kathleen Lutz. Upon moving in, the Lutzes had the home blessed by a priest, but that seems to be when their troubles started. Instead of peace, the Lutzes were bombarded by a relentless barrage of paranormal phenomena.
Woke them up.
Mm-hmm. After only 28 days, the Lutzes fled the house, leaving everything behind. 5 months later, Ed and Lorraine Warren showed up, and Ed claimed to be shoved down while Lorraine saw visions of the DeFeo murders, and while they were in the basement, they also captured a demonic entity on camera. Now, rumors of the hauntings began long before the Lutz family had even moved into the house. And when confessing to his crimes, DeFeo told police that he killed his family because he was taken over by a demon. But stated in 2021, before his death, he said, quote, "There was no demon. I am the demon."
Oh, Lord.
And as for the photo in the basement that they captured of the demon, it's widely believed that the ghost captured in the photo is actually one of the investigators working on site with the Warrens in the Amityville home. The use of infrared film explains why the man in the photo has ghostly white eyes. It's widely believed that the Amityville Horror was largely a hoax fabricated by both the Lutz family and the author of the book that was written about their experiences to profit from the media attention surrounding the original murders. Now, why would they do such a thing?
Wasn't it a Stephen King? Didn't he do the movie first?
I have no idea.
Amityville Horror.
I don't know. I've never
I know
seen
you don't
it.
like Stephen King, but
I've never even seen it.
I've seen many versions of it, like the old one and then the one with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hate him too. Have we seen what a piece of shit he is lately? You're like, yeah, but still.
That's what draws me to him.
Good Lord.
But can we also see how good looking he is?
When you're a dick, it takes it away. Anyway.
It ain't happening to me. He likes problem.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that bitch is crazier to fucking...
I think he is behind it all.
Sure.
I think he's
She's
puppet.
a nasty...
She's a nasty bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them both.
Yeah. Yeah,
so anyway. The Lutz family was in deep debt and needed money at the time that this whole thing started. And here's more evidence that it was a hoax, basically. The Lutz's attorney, William Weber, admitted the story was concocted over drinks with the Lutz's, stating it was a hoax.
No kidding.
The book describes heavy snow in January of 1976 during a specific event that took place in the home, but weather records show no snow in Amityville on that date. A priest is mentioned as having visited the site, but the priest himself, and he was mentioned by name, but the priest himself denied ever being there. And claims of the house being built on an Indian burial ground were found to be false. And future owners have also reported the house to be a normal, peaceful residence with no strange occurrences. George Lutz, up until his death, maintained that the story was, quote, mostly true, though he admitted to some embellishments, and Kathy Lutz never wavered from her story. And I will also mention that they both reportedly passed lie detector tests about the events in 1979. So take with that what you will. So
yeah, but you can manipulate a lie detector test too.
Right.
Especially if you're that manipulative on camera and for, the book and everything. Like, they probably believe it themselves. So that's why.
Probably convince themselves. And it's like, if it's all bullshit, then Ed and Lorraine, what the hell were you experiencing if nothing was going on in the home?
Not to say that there wasn't any type of hauntings, but it may not be as extreme as what they're making it out to be.
But they sure got one hell of a book and a franchise out of it, didn't they? So in 1977, the Warrens investigated claims that a family in the North London suburb of Enfield was haunted by a poltergeist activity. While many believed the haunting was made up by attention-hungry children, the Warrens were convinced that it was a case of demonic possession.
Of course.
Two very different things. If this story sounds familiar, it's because this was the story that was the inspiration for The Conjuring 2. Although critics say the Warrens were involved, quote, to a far lesser degree than portrayed in the movie. In fact, they were so uninvolved in it that they weren't even invited to the home. The couple just showed up uninvited before being refused admittance to the home. Guy Leon Playfair, a parapsychologist who actually did investigate the Enfield case, says the film greatly exaggerated the Warrens' role in the investigation. He stated in 2016 that they, quote, turned up once, and that Ed Warren told him the Warrens could make a lot of money out of this case. He also corroborated the claim that the Warrens were not invited to the Enfield home, and that, quote, nobody in the family had ever heard of him until Ed Warren turned up. So, interesting. I think they made it to the front door.
Starting to unravel.
In 1981, the Warrens became involved with the Glatzel family when they were actually invited this time to examine David Glatzel, an 11-year-old boy who was exhibiting erratic and violent behavior. Naturally, they found him to be possessed by a demon, and this led to a lengthy and controversial exorcism. The Warrens claimed that during the exorcism, the demonic entity left David's body and possessed Arnie Johnson instead, who was David's sister's 19-year-old fiancé. Arnie Johnson went on to kill his landlord, Alan Bono, and the Warrens used their testimony to support Johnson's defense. So, don't worry, Your Honor. It was just the demon. He's innocent. The murder trial for Arnie Johnson became a media spectacle with the Warrens' claims at the center. And this case went on to inspire the movie The Devil Made Me Do It.
I never caught that one.
The Glatzel family has since disputed the Warrens' account of demonic possession, with David Glatzel's brother accusing the Warrens of exploiting his family and creating a spectacle for fame and money. The 2023 Netflix documentary, The Devil on Trial, depicts the Warrens as swindlers who preyed on vulnerable families, feeding them fantastical tales mixed with pseudoscience to create narratives from which they themselves could profit. Vox.com describes the Warrens as, quote, a pair of conniving, reality-distorting, shamelessly grandiose self-promoters and sham psychics running a long-term con job.
Wow.
End quote. So people definitely have
mixed emotions.
A lot of opinions on them. In 1986, the Warrens became involved with the Snedeker family, who you may know from The Haunting in Connecticut. The Snedekers were desperately searching for a home to rent in the area so their son Philip could receive treatment for his Hodgkin's lymphoma at a nearby Yukon hospital. They ended up in a beautiful home at 208 Meridian Avenue, which they later found out used to be a funeral parlor. After experiencing so much horrific paranormal activity, the Snedeker family contacted Ed and Lorraine as well as a priest to do an exorcism on the house. On September 6, 1988, a priest performed an exorcism, and the family reported that the paranormal activity suddenly disappeared. Later that year, they moved out of the house and never returned. The Snedeker family went public with their experiences prior to leaving the residence, and Darrell Kern, who was their landlord, noted in the 1992 Hartford Courant that the reported paranormal activity seemed to escalate when the family was behind on the rent. It's a scheme to make money, Kern said. Even the family's neighbor, Catherine Altimus, believed that the whole thing was a hoax. She said, quote, I think they had this planned right from when they moved in. Altimus noted that the family always appeared jovial whenever they were outside, not acting like a terrified family. Friends of Philip, who was the sick boy, even stated that they too didn't believe the story given his personality. He was a storyteller. He always had to be the center of attention, said Jeffrey Pooler to the Hartford Courant. 2 weeks prior to the Hollywood film's release in 2009, more people spoke out against the family's claims, including the new owner of the supposed haunted house. We've lived in the house for 10 years. Our house is wonderful, Susan Trotta Smith, the owner of the house, said in 2009 to NBC Connecticut. This is all Hollywood foolishness. The stories are all ludicrous. So again, the Warrens have found themselves associating with a family in a situation that they seem to be able to profit off of. And considering the success of their franchise, I think they certainly have.
They're just showing up at people's doorsteps now.
Literally. In 1992, A Dark Place was published, which was a book co-authored by the Warrens and a man named Ray Garton, who was pretty chatty about his co-writing experience later. And this is when they wrote about the Snedeker story. He said, quote, as I gathered all the necessary information for the book, I found that the accounts of the individual Snedekers didn't quite mesh. They just couldn't keep their stories straight. I went to Ed with this problem. Oh, they're crazy, he said. Everybody who comes to us is crazy. Otherwise, why would they come to us? You've got some of the story. Just use what works and make the rest up. And make it scary. You write scary books, right? That's why we hired you. So just make it up and make it scary.
Oh my gosh.
So the last quite famous haunting that I believe the Warrens were publicly associated with was the Smurl haunting, which is all the rage right now, because this is the haunting that loosely depicted the latest Conjuring movie, The Conjuring Last Rites. The one that apparently you need to get blessed before you watch it.
Dang.
That's what I've seen. People are getting blessed by priests before they go in and watch it. I don't know. That sounds like it's not for me.
I'm definitely going to watch that one. Kind of have to, though. I feel like, I
feel like I have to.
I went through it all.
So the Smurls moved into a house in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. That's quite a word. In August of 1973. They claimed that the premises were disturbed by a demon that caused loud noises and bad odors threw their dog into a wall, shook their mattress, pushed one of their daughters down a flight of stairs,
Dang.
and physically and sexually assaulted family members on several occasions. So, okay, they moved in 1973. In 1986, Ed and Lorraine Warren were called to investigate. So 14 years of this torture, and then they call them.
And then they're like, maybe we should call somebody.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know what's behind that. Like I said, we're not doing a deep dive, but seems weird. According to Ed Warren, the demon that inhabited the Squirrel's home was very powerful, and it shook mirrors and furniture after they tried to persuade it to leave by playing religious music and praying. Warren claimed he felt a drop in temperature and saw a dark mass form in the home, and the demon once left a message on the mirror telling him to get out. This just seems fucking... This one's wild. After months of investigation, Warren alleged that he had a number of audio tapes containing knocking and rapping caused by the demon. Okay. I don't know about this one, Ed. Sit down.
Come on, Ed.
You got to sit down on this one.
Your age is showing.
Professor Paul Kurtz of State University of New York at Buffalo, and then chairman of the Committee for the Scientific Investigation of Claims of the Paranormal, said the Warrens weren't objective, independent, or impartial investigators, and characterized the Smurl's claims as a hoax, a charade, a ghost story.
Called out.
Kurtz said that the family's claims were possibly due to delusions, hallucinations, or brain impairment, and advised that they submit themselves to psychiatric and psychological examinations. And this is a man who was in the world of the paranormal, and he's like, y'all are crazy.
Not self-proclaimed?
Mm-hmm. No, I think he went to school for it.
He's legit.
He's legit. Jack Smurl told the newspaper reporter he had surgery to remove water from his brain in 1983 because he had been experiencing short-term memory loss due to a case of meningitis in his youth.
Sorry, I giggle with that one because of Dory, the short-term memory loss.
Short-term memory loss.
Memory. It's almost like the crocodile. My memory. That's how I say it every single time now. Anyway, sorry. That was my giggle.
That's fine. And Allentown psychologist Robert Gordon commented that people often look at demonology to explain many tensions that they experience as individuals and within their families. So, getting called out again.
They're coming for them.
The home was blessed by several priests who said they saw, quote, no harmful activity while on the property. And Janet Smurl, the wife, claimed an unidentified priest performed 3 unsuccessful exorcisms and that the demon avoided the rites by moving between the double-block home and following the family to other locations.
He's like, who
so
can
he's
get
a
me?
sneaky motherfucker.
I'm over here now.
He's just jumping around. They can't get him. Can't get him.
Woo, almost got me that time.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
In 1986, a priest from the local diocese spent 2 nights at the Smurl home and said nothing unusual happened during his stay there. That same year, the Smurls told the press they were tired of the constant media bombardment. However, within a few months, they had authored, along with Ed and Lorraine Warren, a paperback book version of their story called The Haunted. That's like a celebrity being like, oh my God, don't take pictures of me going to get coffee. But I'm super famous and want everyone to look at me.
Why aren't you taking pictures?
Shut the fuck up. You can't have it both ways.
Come closer. Okay, go away. No, exactly. Come back closer. No, go away.
Yeah. It's like Kim Kardashian complaining about paparazzi when, bitch, we all know you were calling ahead of time to tell them which restaurant you were going to be walking into.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Seriously.
Let's not start.
Calm your ass down.
Let's not. After the Smurl family moved away, Deborah Owens moved into the former Smurl home in 1988 and told reporters she never encountered anything supernatural while living there. In 1991, a 2-hour made-for-TV movie titled The Haunted was released by 20th Century Fox, written by the Warrens and the Smurls. And this starred Jeffrey DeMunn, who you know as Dale from The Walking Dead,
okay,
as the husband, as Jack Smurl, and Sally Kirkland as Janet Smurl.
But I mean, some people just aren't sensitive to ghost hauntings, and they never have experiences. So, not to say that the houses aren't haunted in the 30 years that they lived there, and they just never had any experiences.
That demon was real sneaky. He
Dude.
took a break. He was tired of running. He needed a rest. That's what it was. They're like, we don't need you to bring more people in. We're getting tired. We're
more. I'm tired of running. Promise not to throw you down the stairs.
Just leave me alone.
I'm old. I'm
now,
90,000 years old.
This is where things are going to get way more dicey. And I just want to point out everything I am about to say is alleged. I cannot prove that any of this is true, nor am I claiming that it's true. Don't come for me. I'm just stating what's been reported. This is all alleged.
Fake news!
Exactly. As of right now, it's fake news. My opinion is probably not, but that's just my opinion. This is alleged.
Take with it what you will.
In 2017, a woman named Judith Penny, do not get her confused with their daughter who's named Judy.
Okay.
This is an entirely different person because I was confused at first and it was way darker. A woman named Judith Penny came forward claiming that she had lived in the Warrens' Connecticut home for about 40 years, during which she was in a sexual relationship with Ed.
Allegedly.
It gets so much worse. Penny said that when she moved in with Ed and Lorraine, Ed was working as a city bus driver in Monroe, Connecticut. And she lived in a bedroom across the hall from them and then later in an apartment above them when she got a bit older. According to Penny, she was only 15 years old when the sexual relationship started, and Ed was already in his mid-30s. In 1963, Penny was arrested after police received a report about her and Ed Warren, because why would he be arrested? During which authorities tried to persuade Penny to sign a statement admitting to the affair. When she refused, she was ordered to report to a delinquent youth office for 1 month, which she said Ed Warren drove her to. She also claims that Lorraine was fully aware of this relationship, and when Penny eventually became pregnant with Ed's child in May of 1978 when she was in her 30s, Lorraine allegedly convinced her to have an abortion and to tell people that she had been raped by a home invader because the birth of a child would, quote, become a public scandal and could ruin the Warrens' business. Penny said that despite portraying themselves as devout Catholics, the Warrens' real god is money.
Of course.
Penny said, quote, they wanted me to tell everyone that someone had come into my apartment and raped me, and I wouldn't do that. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do, but I had an abortion. The night they picked me up from the hospital after having it, they went out and lectured and left me alone.
Trash.
But Penny's abuse allegations went even further than her relationship with Ed Warren. According to her, Ed was also an abusive, cruel husband who once backhanded Lorraine so hard she lost consciousness. She said, quote, sometimes Ed would actually have to slap her across the face to shut her up. Some nights I thought they were going to kill each other. And according to allthat'sinteresting.com, Penny's claims are seemingly supported, at least in part, by Gerald Brittle's 1980 book, The Demonologist, which was a biography about the Warrens that makes mention of Penny's presence in their home. The book says, quote, Pete telephoned to the Warrens and spoke with Judy Penny, a young woman who works as a liaison when Ed and Lorraine are out of town. Judy has heard some hair-raising tales over the phone, but this one in particular scared her. The Warrens are out west, she told Pete Beckford, but I'll relay the message to them. This was in reference to a 1974 case in which Peter Beckford, the man on the phone with Penny, said that his 19-year-old daughter had invited a demonic entity into his home via a Ouija board.
Nope.
He was...
Nope.
Yep.
Hard pass.
He was apparently referred to the Warrens, hence the phone call that Penny took for them. While Penny was often described as a liaison or assistant who helped the Warrens, other times she was presented as a niece or simply a poor girl they had taken in out of the goodness of their hearts. Of course, the Warrens could never admit the actual alleged reason why she was in their home so often. And sadly, Penny said she felt that she really loved Ed Warren for a long time, until she approached her 70s and reflected on the situation. And it wasn't until she was in her 70s that she finally came public with the story, long after Ed's death and just 2 years before Lorraine's.
I kind of had the same question in my head. Like, why is she even there? They're just taking strays off the street. Like, how did they even know her to have them move into her home?
Because they had lived across the hall from her at one point in time.
So they're just going to take in minor children?
Well, maybe Ed enjoyed her.
I mean, it's obvious that allegedly he did. And Lorraine's just like, you do it. I'm tired.
Yeah. So Judith Penny said, quote, "As I'm older now, I can't even fathom why Lorraine let me stay there. Lots of times I think about that. Why did I do this? Why did I screw up my life like this? Sometimes I get angry thinking about it. How so much was taken away from me." End quote. Ed Warren eventually died of a stroke in 2006, and Lorraine died in her sleep when she was 92 years old in 2019. But that is certainly not the end of the Warrens.
Oh, boy. Dun, dun, dun.
As I mentioned earlier, they opened a haunted museum in the basement of their home in 1952. When the Warrens founded the New England Society for Psychic Research, they began their ever-expanding collection of knickknacks and artifacts that had allegedly been touched by evil. The Warren Museum now sits in the yard across from the house and was temporarily closed in 2018 due to zoning issues. And after Lorraine's death in 2019, it seemed as if that closure would be permanent, once the home and museum were passed down to their daughter, also named Judy, who is now Judy Spira and her husband Tony. And Tony's very involved. He seems like a little mini-me, maybe. Tony's been around for a long time and even served as a consultant for the Conjuring movies, yet he wasn't there for any of it, and became the curator of the museum. So according to atlasobscura.com, the eccentric collection contains everything from an alleged vampire's coffin to a child's tombstone used as a satanic altar. Death curses, demon masks, and psychic photographs line the museum's walls, accented by a Halloween store's bounty of plastic props, assumably for mood. However, the most prevalent item seems to be the cursed Raggedy Ann doll by the name of Annabelle, which is said to have killed a man. Annabelle sits in her glass case, backlit by a haunting red light. It also includes a piano from the Phelps Museum in Stratford, Connecticut that allegedly plays itself. And it also has the Pearls of Death, a cursed necklace said to strangle anyone who wears it. They also have a small toy dinosaur that had belonged to 11-year-old David Glatzel from the Devil Made Me Do It case. According to the Warrens, the dinosaur levitated on its own during the haunting, and at one point, the dinosaur told the Glatzel family, "You're all going to die."
Yeah. The fuck?
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, guess what?
You've heard it from a dinosaur? Okay. Okay.
That's the last time I let a dinosaur in my house.
The Warren Museum also contained objects like a satanic idol, said to have been found in the woods of Sandy Hook around 1991, a human skull, and a creepy shadow doll, which is terrifying looking, which was adorned with bird feathers and a real human tooth. It also displays fragments of Eastern Airlines Flight 401, which crashed in 1972. Tony Spira, the son-in-law, added that there's a rumor, which has never been confirmed, that plane parts from Flight 401 were said to have been reused on others in the fleet, and those planes were haunted by Don Repo, the second officer on the plane.
I'm not familiar with this plane crash.
Me either.
Not that I should be privy to every plane crash that's ever happened, but if it's a haunted one, I mean, you'd think there'd be more information about it.
I have heard stuff. I don't remember if it was this plane crash, so I can't say if I've heard of this one. But I have heard about haunted airplanes. So this CT Insider article I got the following quote from was written in 2022, and it feels more relevant now considering the most recent news about Annabelle. This says, quote, "The doll remains in the care of the museum, where it's behind a locked case by with a sign made by Ed Warren that reads, 'Positively do not open.' During a visit to the museum, the door was, in fact, opened. Daniel Rivera, the senior lead investigator for NESPR, said he built a new box for Annabelle that's better suited for moving the doll around. And if you recall, Daniel Rivera is the man who just passed away over the summer, the, handler for Annabelle.
Yeah.
Rivera stated, "So the reason why I built the case was because the museum was closed and we wanted to keep educating the public about these items that Ed and Lorraine collected. I built this case to represent Ed's original case. He has added extra protective measures to the new box, including cutting out crosses on 3 sides, representing the Catholic Holy Trinity, using a stain infused with holy water and holy oil, and inscribing the Lord's Prayer and St. Michael's Prayer behind the felt inside the case, behind the doll."
The problem is he has to open the original case to put her in the new case.
A lot of photos you see, the case is just open, so I don't know why they bother.
And I mean, let's also take note of spirits can morph through anything. You think glass cases is stopping it?
Right. Rivera said, "All of this is done in order to contain the evil of Annabelle in this case. Though they're not entirely sure if Annabelle is still possessed, Rivera is the only person who handles Annabelle. He wears gloves that have crosses on them, as well as saint medals in the fingertips when touching Annabelle."
Not anymore.
And unfortunately, RIP to him, he did pass away over the summer on tour with Annabelle.
Not anymore.
Now, as for the museum today, we all know, on August 1st, it was officially announced that comedian Matt Rife and popular YouTuber and paranormal investigator Elton Castay purchased the home and the museum, which means they became the legal guardians of the entire collection, including Annabelle, for at least the next 5 years. So Matt and Elton do not own any of the objects legally. They are legal guardians, basically renting them out for now.
They're leasing them.
I think they'll reevaluate in 2030. So Matt and Elton have opened the home and museum for tours and for overnight guests to stay and investigate as well. Current bookings were sold out, but as of yesterday, when you guys hear this, so on Tuesday the 16th, bookings are open again. I believe it was like 1 or 3 p.m. if you're interested in booking a stay. During your overnight stay, you'll have private access to the entire house from 5:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. the next day. So a total of 20 hours. So from 9:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m., you'll get full access to the museum under experienced staff supervision. You'll also have access to over $25,000 in paranormal and filming equipment, including over 50 devices.
Jeez.
You'll also get essentials, including bedding, towels, snacks and drinks, and of course, holy water. Now, when they bought this, it was fucking controversial, and there were some people that were real pissed. Some people love it, some people hate it, and I think Matt being a part of it is a big piece of that.
Well, you either love them or you hate them.
Either people want to go just because Matt owns it now, or they're pissed just because Matt owns it, and he's been a controversial comedian. And I think they also look at it like, you're just a fucking comedian. Why are you stepping into this world? However, I would like to defend him.
He came out.
Matt's been investigating with Elton and the Overnight channel on YouTube for years.
Yeah, he's infatuated with the Warrens.
He's done this for years. I think before any of us truly knew his name, he was already doing this. So I looked into it. And just to give you guys an idea, he's investigated with Elton places like the Conjuring House, which he was in alone, and it was hilarious. I highly recommend that episode. The Cecil Hotel, the Norwich Insane Asylum, Mansfield Reformatory, Samlesbury Hall, the Whaley House, Preston Castle, the Hellfire Club in Ireland, the Catacombs in Paris, and even things you and I have covered, like the Queen Mary and the Ancient Ram Inn. He's investigated both.
Yeah, he's been around.
So, and this is only a small portion of his investigations on there, so I'm Team Matt.
For sure.
Do your thing, dude.
For sure.
Have fun. But that's all I got for the Warrens. That is their story. And
that's sad. I dislike them so much more now.
Is it worse? I'd always heard rumors, but I'd never looked into it.
I didn't know anything about them other than what I've seen in the movies.
which is very different than reality.
1,000%. Yeah.
Which I hate because Patrick Wilson is such a babe. He's so cute. And I really like him. I've loved him since he was in Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so cute.
So cute.
So, yeah, bummer. They suck. But
yeah.
That's the truth of, the alleged truth about them.
Driven to darkness by money, which, of
but
course,
I'm like,
shocker.
Obviously it fucking worked. That franchise is still thriving, and I have no doubt they'll continue making more movies.
Well, now they have to do the life, of, do they have a movie, a documentary type thing of Ed and Lorraine?
I'm sure there's like a documentary.
I'm sure. Something's
I didn't look
out
into
there.
it.
No, it's not worth it. Just but find out more bad news about them, or they're going to paint them to be these perfect people.
Right. But the way the Conjuring franchise is, like, it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Big boomers.
No way. So that was it. If you guys liked it, make sure to like it, subscribe, send it to somebody who might also like it. And if you do want more, like if you want to hear where we talk about the Ancient Ram Inn, that was a bonus episode on Patreon. One of the places they've investigated. Make sure to head over there. You can also find us on Instagram right now.
I have been pushing a little bit more of our stuff on my TikTok.
Oh, have you?
So maybe we should.
Honestly, it wouldn't hurt.
Put something up there, but
yeah, we'll look into the TikTok.
Yeah,
and see. I have no idea what's happening with TikTok.
It's fine.
I don't.
She doesn't social media.
I fucking hate social media, guys. I hate it so
I'm
much.
a sucker for a social media, and then I get mad because I'm always on it. I'm like, I don't want to be on it anymore. Like, I should just delete it and be done with it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but wait.
But it's such an addiction.
But I'm like, that's where I find most of my recipes now. So
yeah.
If anything, I'm just doing it for the recipe.
Yeah.
Or clothing. Like I'm a huge TikTok shopper.
Yes, you are. So we'll try to get over there. Candace can handle that.
Thanks.
But remember, if you're on Patreon, we have a new bonus episode. We haven't recorded it yet, but it'll already be up by the time you guys hear this. So make sure you go over there if you want to hear that. That'll be Candace's this month. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.